Tough points come now and then in technologies, in funding, and even in our personal lives. But how we see is that point we will cross. Anyhow, we will cross that.
We had that tough time initially when there was no funding and we had to let go our salaries as well. And that was the particular time where we are grateful to our parents who were able to support us at that particular time.
True.
Yeah.
How was your presentation to Chennai Angels? Were you nervous?
Of course, that was one of our initial first presentations that we made to Chennai Angels, and as now this is our first interview that we are giving, we are obviously...
I'm honored. What is the Blaer Motors advantage now where you are?
So basically, ours is a hybrid technology. It's an amalgamation of your existing ICE and your electric drivetrain as a single unit. So when you synchronize both these power sources together, you get to have the advantages of both the power sources. So you have engine which has a good power delivering capacity, which gives you higher power and everything, and electric motor which gives you a better torque. In our current technologies, we are seeing an improved fuel efficiency of more than 50%.
Oh, that's
so
great.
The minimum is just 50%, and we can go high up to of 100% as well. So that's a particular pain point that we are addressing. The fuel efficiency is the major thing for
where
all,
you started.
all the people. Yeah. Then next comes the performance. Give an enhanced performance with our vehicles, and of course eco-friendly, reducing the emissions, because we are having this electric motors. So basically you cut off the engine working, and then you have these reduced emissions. So basically these are the main three pillars of our technology. So you have electric motors which can act as a prime mover. So for your local short distance commutations as well, you can drive it as a pure electric mode. And for a fail-safe mode, wherein when you run out of your electricity, there is always an IC engine that can run. And even when you have problems like your IC engine is not working or something like that, you have the electric mode that can. So it's basically a 3-in-1 vehicle. Rather than having one technology running your vehicle, there's 3 technologies that's running your vehicle.
When you speak about the advantages, now for a layperson to understand, you are now looking at putting it in the bikes, right? So let's take a 100cc bike. Now if I fitted your system on the 100cc bike, what can I expect from it?
For everyone to understand, let's take a name, Splendor, which is the most sold bike in India. So if you take a Splendor and if you fit our hybrid, the Blaer hybrid technology to it, your fuel efficiency in terms of Splendor is considered the most fuel efficient. So that fuel efficiency will increase, like Adarsh said, more than 50%. And your performance will be equivalent to a 125cc engine, which I could say Honda Shine or even the better bike. So your performance is increasing, your fuel efficiency is also increasing. So you feel like you're owning something better than a Splendor,
right? But
you're actually driving something like a Honda Shine or even a Pulsar, which is considered to be the performance bike.
Yeah. So that is a striking difference that you can bring, isn't it? And of course, India is, as a market, has always been very price conscious. So is your technology an expensive technology, or is it moderately expensive? What would you say?
I wouldn't say it is a very expensive technology, because there are additional components that goes into the technology that makes it into a hybrid vehicle. But the add of components and the price increase can be justified with the mileage that it gives and the performance that it gives. And normally, if you see from a segment to segment, like Abhinesh was saying, take a cost price of a Splendor and a Shine, you will see direct 20 to 30,000 jump in the cost price. By moving that high in the cost, you get better performance, but you compromise on the fuel efficiency. But what if I say that with the same jump, you get better fuel efficiency and better performance? So that is the value proposition that drives the entire technology.
Like when you compare the fuel efficiency of a Pulsar and the fuel efficiency of a Splendor, and adding our technology, it gives you a 40% increase on the Splendor. So which will ultimately give you a fuel efficiency of, let's say, from 60 to 80 kmph. But when you compare a Pulsar, it just gives you 40 kmph. So it's almost like when you compare apple to apple, it's almost a 100% increase.
Correct. So this is a brilliant idea that is ready to take off, which will take off, etc. But in order for the idea to take off, you also need the funding. And it looks like in your journey so far, you have had funding at the right time and at the right from the right people?
Back then we got the incubation support from NIT Trichy with just a seed fund of 25 lakhs. So that at that point of time, Government of India through Department of Science and Technology was allocating funds to promote innovation in universities. So the funds was received by us to develop technologies and to innovate. So with that we started working on prototypes, and initially as as entrepreneurs we wanted to launch it as a product. So we tried investments initially as well. We approached VCs, but at that time SaaS was the buzzword in the country and around the globe. So everyone we spoke to was like, no, we are not into automotive right now, not into mobility. So we like, okay, fine, we'll like bootstrap, we'll do third-party R&D projects and we will work on. And the revenue from that kept fueling our prototyping work, our innovation. And beyond a point, after our initial contract with the OEM, when we really want to scale up, the capital was a bit scarce. The revenue that we got from it was sufficient for us to develop technologies, but it wasn't enough for us to scale up rapidly. So that is when we wanted to go in for investment, and that's when Prem sir was there. Prem sir who's been guiding us for a long time. So I said, okay, fine, we'll go to Chennai Angels.
How was your presentation to Chennai Angels? Were you nervous?
Of course, that was one of our initial first presentations that we made to Chennai Angels, and as now this is our first interview that we are giving, we are obviously...
I'm honored.
we've always been like behind the radar. The Chennai Angels process started in March 2020. Like in October, November only we had our first screening presentation. Being the first presentation that we're doing to an investor, it was nervous, but it was a bit casual actually.
Nice. So in what areas did you feel a significant contribution from them?
Reach out to Chennai Angels, like use their partners in terms of finance, their accounting partners, and in terms of marketing as well. We got help from their marketing partners in terms of website development, social media marketing. So we immediately reach out to the Chennai Angels group, the people who work there, and we get their response. We are very much happy with the support that we are receiving from TCA.
And you have been friends since 2013 or earlier?
No, 2009.
2009. Oh, when you entered. So how have you all changed? Has your relationship changed, Niranjan?
Not really.
No?
I would say that the bond has become much stronger now, all because we have been like more than 10 to 12 years we have been together. We support each other. When we are in the down, when we felt down, we were there to support each other, and we developed the technology as how we see a child. It is our child, right?
Right.
So that is how we developed it.
How do you deal with conflicts amongst yourselves?
Not all the four think on the same way.
True.
So the next day, how you face each other. We will come with fresh ideas. We'll try to think why the opinion is different or why there is the change in the decision.
And also I think what I hear you saying is that we are personally very close, but we don't take things personally.
Tough points come now and then in technologies, in funding, and even in our personal lives. But how we see is that point we will cross. Anyhow, we will cross that. We have to think through that point.
We had that tough time initially when there was no funding, and we had to let go our salaries as well. And that was the particular time where we are grateful to our parents who were able to support us at that particular time.
True.
Yeah. So we overcame that particular period with great struggle, and our bonding got stronger, our perseverance was tested, our passion was tested, and we were able to pull it together. We came out. And again, as we move forward, even things now are tough because we have to crack the market.
True.
So we haven't yet tested our product in the market. So that's the most toughest period that we are going to face as we move ahead.
And the weapon in your arsenal is not just your faith in what you're doing, but you have other people who seem to have tremendous faith in what you're doing and who you are as a team, isn't it? So that's like a real shot in the arm for you.